Fuck up on with and shoot the nose off his statues. God nuts the great woman and now all man I try cash you. Now go see me sight of things from fit them point of view. Now bow and now salute, no really care if them feel it rude. Worse like how them use them dirt check over up the roots and grab the tree then force to leave the book that want them bout the fruit. But build a one room for Laura Craft for raid the tomb and same thing for Mr. Jones from Indiana and them crew. Yeah, that's how we grow. Couldn't be no fool, but learning fundamental. So we go to school, but think for yourself, you know that is the golden rule. For centuries, you sit them off the elders in a low. With this guy in disguise, say it's Christ, but that not true. But them one you believe, say you come from the baboons. From the black caterpillar come the pretty butterfly. You see with all of them, the color there. Check with the cartoon. Man a ruler, them can't fool us. Whoa, 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 no. Royalty, that's what we made us. Loyalty, not on the slogan. Unity, born as a ruler. So Babylon can't stop me now. No, I'm Mr. Royalty. That's what we made us. Loyalty, not on the slogan. Unity. Babylon can't stop me now. Them will tell you Kirk Diamond a blinger. Jaja know I'm a singer. Born June them say cancer, them probably feel I'm a killer. Now lay down on a pillow. Hold this up like a pillar in a me.
Yes, you are tuned into the sounds of a Kirk Diamond, okay? And just to give you some background on who Kirk Diamond is and some of his accomplishments, yes, he has seen some of the bigger stages such as Calgary Reggae Festival, Toronto Festival, and of course Juno Fest. Now we talk about it. I introduced him at the top of the hour saying that, well, he is a 2018 Juno Award winner, but yes, he was nominated before as well in 2015. And when we're talking about Canadian reggae artists that you need to hear and you need to watch, okay. My audience is live right now. You are tuned into the sounds of Kirk Diamond. It's going to be up in just a few minutes. Keep vibing.
The Babylon can't stop me now. No, I'm Mr. Royalty. That's what we made us. Loyalty. Unity. Yeah. The Babylon can't stop me now. No.
What this whole thing is about is the restoration of confidence.
Yes, dreadlocks. In comes the thing called know your history. Zal said.
You don't believe that you can look like a god. You can't be a god unless you got a goddess.
Slim flex.
Onyami Shirawa. O time for to me say no. Onyami Shirawa. Obiaren to me say no. Hey. Ono no shwe we define wo fi bemu o. Ono no ka ebemu wo cheswa ejina. Ono no se me ba wona mo wa mesuro fi se me ne wo na me ya me ne wo na.
Born a ruler. Them can't fool us.
Up the challenge.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have Kirk Diamond is going to be up in just a few minutes. Keep it locked, okay? And we just like to shout out a few persons who has been tuning in and checking it out and say, Kirk Diamond is the bomb. That's correct. And it comes highly equipped, I tell you. So, we just like to send a shout out across the aisle to various countries across the world. Once again, would I just say the shout out to Ethiopia is currently clocked in. Ethiopia, yes, South Africa, Johannesburg, Cape Town, Pretoria, and of course Nigeria, straight out of Abuja. And Lagos. I see you. Thanks for tapping in. As well, out of Jamaica, who is currently giving Kirk Diamond a strength. Straight out of Kingston and Montego Bay, even way up in the hills. Yes, St. Mary Hills, Lucy Hills, Westmoreland Hills, who is shouting big praises to Kirk Diamond right now. He's going to be up momentarily. And of course, I could not forget, before I forget, Canada is tapped in. We have Montreal as well. We have Toronto and a few other places who are currently tuned in. Kirk Diamond will be up in just a few minutes.
Unity, yeah. The Babylon can't stop me now. Them will tell you Kirk Diamond a blinger. Jaja know I'm a singer. Born June them say cancer, them probably feel I'm a killer. Now lay down on a pillow. Hold this up like a pillar in a me bad jacket, but them can't do me like Thriller. This a boot and a filler. Never been me no stiller. Still I aim for the penthouse. We never start in a cellar. Plus man a king conqueror, you know me gorilla. Then all of the eight them with them a claim run the thing ya. Can't tell me about master unless you talk about be me. Love me prefer answer to niggas before me answer to. When me look in the mirror, me love the skin when me in at them. Say me complexion chocolate, me know me black like vanilla. Man a ruler, man a ruler. Them can't fool us. Whoa, 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 no. Royalty, that's what we made us. Loyalty, not on the slogan. Unity, born as a ruler. So Babylon can't stop we now.
Yes. So, our listening audience, okay? If you are tapping in just now, regardless of when you're tapping in, I thank you for tuning in right now. So, next up, of course, it is that we have Kirk Diamond, who is currently in studio. We're talking about an award-winning singer, songwriter, producer, and he is a social activist, okay? Welcome, Kirk Diamond.
Blessings. Thanks for having me.
Well, man. I heard this name before. I heard the music before. And I now have my day where it is that I get to interview Kirk Diamond.
Yeah, man, it's a blessing on my side as well. So, yeah.
It's a pleasure having you here. Pleasure. So, I introduced you as an award-winning singer and social activist. Right out the gate, the social activist is one of my big things because that's who I am. So in terms of social activism, what exactly are you involved in?
Well, at first it was, my social activism is through my work in music. Mm-hmm. Right, so if you realize, like, most of my songs are usually speaking towards something.
Yes.
So I try to really make sure that I drive that point across, especially when I'm performing. Mm-hmm. Right, I feel like, right now, to the time, the attention span of the audience more time, it's almost as if they give you a minute at a time, and then that's it. Right? Unless it's good music, they might give you an extra 2 minutes. But then,
you'll be lucky if you get 2 minutes.
You're lucky if you get 2 minutes.
Yes.
But once I have you in front of me,
yes.
I'm going to dance to you.
Yeah, I love it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we just speak to the injustices that's going on in the world. So, for example, Martin Luther King told you that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Mm-hmm. So not because we see things happening maybe in Jamaica or in America or in Europe, it can reach me in Canada, or whatever is happening here can reach somebody somewhere else in the world. So we try to nip it in the bud, as they say, from now, to let everybody know that this is not acceptable, it's not right. And I feel like that is the true work of reggae music. That is the reason why it exists. You know, there's no other music like our music that speaks towards righteousness and try to get rid of injustice and evil and something.
Right. Well, that's what reggae music is all about. They say it's poor people music, you know. For a more definitive.
You get more money if you're advocating for murder, drugs, and
apparently, right?
You know, misogynistic values and them something. So I guess it is poor people music, you know what I mean? But Bob Marley tell us that they're so poor, all them have is money.
Oh, wow. Well, you know, not only within the social activism, however, that you practice it, but you're very, I would say, you're a recipient of various awards, and you have sold yourself, you know, in Canada and various parts of the world in terms of what it is that you do.
Right.
Now, within the music itself, are you, when I listen to the productions, I'm hearing the live, it's more of a live feeling. Is it that you prefer the live recording as well? And are you with a band? Are you a band as well?
Yeah, I have my band. So like in my earlier work, what I felt was that, I mean, being in Canada, we never had any real production to compete with what was going on around the rest of the world in Canada, unfortunately. Right? So we weren't being heard and we weren't taken seriously because it just wasn't comparable. You know? So if you listen to, say for example, let's say 12 years ago, some of the productions wasn't as good, but then I also now recently I realized that it's not that the productions wasn't good.
Yeah.
The sound just happens to belong to Canada.
Yes.
Right? And the problem was the DJs and the selectors and all these people, they promote the other reggae music so much that when the audience hears it and then listens to us, it's almost foreign to them.
I understand.
But then now, if you go to England has their own sound when it comes to reggae. If you go to America has their own sound. If you go to Europe, they have their own sound. We are always the one that is fighting to be something that we're not.
Yes, say it louder.
Yeah, you know, so it's almost like, so for example now, you go to Jamaica or anywhere in the world, and let's use jerk chicken then as an example, right? And it is a piece of whatever food it is, or jerk chicken or whatever, in Jamaica, and you take the exact same ingredients from where that chef get it from, and you bring it to Canada and cook it, it will not taste the same like how it tastes in Jamaica, and it's the exact same thing.
Yes.
You do it for the same amount of time, it's because everywhere has its own flavor, I say, including the music.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So instead of embracing what was Canadian, we were being forced to try to embrace something that we weren't. You know, and I think that was the problem. So now what happens now is that thanks to somebody like, you know, Esco Levi now, that, you know, when he started to go to Jamaica and work with Penthouse and all this stuff now, he kind of gave us a bar to aim for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it came to like productions, even though the productions wasn't Canadian, because they were Jamaican, but he gave the Canadians a bar to say that even if the production don't sound like it, the quality better be here or beyond that.
Yes.
Right? And I took that challenge serious, so, you know. So that's how we are where we are right now.
Yes. Let's take it back a little bit, where it is that you have had an opportunity to perform on some of the biggest stages, though, within Canada, such as the Toronto Reggae Fest. What's the opportunity been like? And, you know, talk to me about the experience of being on one of the, you know, big shows in Toronto.
Well, when we did Toronto Reggae Fest, we did that in, I want to say, 2015. Right? So, I mean, I've gotten way better from then till now, but I mean, I don't think that the promoters at that time were giving us, the Canadian artists, a fair shake. Yeah, they put us on the stage, but they don't give us the tools to even be comparable to the artists that they flew in. So, for example, for that show, it was Marcel Griffiths, Shaggy, Barry Salmon, Christopher Martin, Romeo and Virgo, right?
Yeah.
All of whom were able to use a live band, where all the Canadian artists had to use tracks.
And you're home based.
There's no possible way that tracks can compare to a live band.
Which,
right?
when
So,
it's quite
yeah, we were on the
interesting.
stages, but we weren't given a fair shake at wowing the crowd as best as we could.
And I say it's quite interesting because usually it is that home based. You have a band that's going to be working with the artist, or you would think that it's easier to get a band home base than for the artist who is actually there's too much bodies to move around, so let's bring the artist and have a band back them. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so that was my experience with a lot of the shows here. But then with that show, but then when you talk about, say, like Calgary Reggae Fest now, they top notch when it comes to dealing with their artists that they book. You're getting your band, the way they call it now, hospitality is, if you never feel like a superstar before, Calgary will make you feel like one.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. And so we use the experiences to kind of, decide what it is that you want out of the business. So there's certain shows that I won't do because we live in Canada, so they try to treat us like we are less than. But then there's shows that if they call me, even if they don't have what we're asking for, I will still try to do it because they really make, at least that part, hospitality, they make you feel good.
Nice. You know, in track and field, we usually, as an athlete, I would finish my season in Toronto. And so one of the cities we usually visit is Calgary. For the longest while, I'm trying to remember, like, what is the name of this place? I always say, if I move to Canada, that's where I would like to. It's Calgary.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. Love Calgary.
I mean, the only thing that I didn't like about Calgary is that I remember, I think it was the second time I performed there. It was August 15 and it was snowing. So I never liked that very much. I don't believe that I should be seeing snow in the summertime. You know, so it's just one of those things. But yeah, man, Calgary is nice.
Yes. All right, we're going to jump to one of your other tracks and we'll be right back because we have an audience that is actually sending in questions right now. So we're going to jump to one of your other tracks and we'll be right back.
All right.
Let you touch my soul. You know this life seems incomplete. You make it whole. How could I ever forget you? We flow with the sands of time. Yeah.
let you go, well then I've got to be. When in your eyes I find astrology, and divine is your another me. I break it down to a science, the way you follow your signs. A place that's so hard to find, with a love that's one of a kind. They want you in a museum, be a part of a shrine. Not for follow the trends, but I follow your signs and I follow your line. In a lane we are gonna merge the energy I combine. On your one way, not the wrong way, cause who crash never find. You have to watch for the earth, that bridge just slippery when it cold. Careful how you swerve and I hug every curve. On the winding road, me know you goodly ride every nerve. I still protect and I serve, cause not unless you deserve. Yeah, the journey you go long on your earth. No other route is preferred, it's how it's
You show me the sign.
Do it, Chad.
You are love to find, and I can't get you out of my mind. You show me the signs. You are love to find, and I can't get you out of my mind.
Buck up on with then shoot the nose off his statues. Gone nuts the great woman, and now all man I try cash you. Now go see me sight of things from fit them point of view. Now bow and now salute, no really care if them feel it rude. Worse like how them use them dirt check over upper roots and grab the tree, then force to leave the book that want them about the fruit. But build a one room for Laura Craft for raid the tomb, and same thing for Mr. Jones from Indiana and them crew. Yeah, that's how we grow. Couldn't be no fool, but learning fundamental. So we go to school, but think for yourself, you know that is the golden rule. For centuries you see them of the elders in a low. With this guy in disguise, say it's Christ, but that's not true.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am looking at the various questions coming in, and you know, loving the various questions that I see going on here. So, you know, Kirk, we have a few members of the listening audience who is asking a few things. And they said, you know, has anyone ever compared your sound to any other reggae artist?
It depends on the songs. Like a lot of times I get chronic. A lot of times I guess my speaking, they compare me to Peter Tosh because of the way I speak. Like, you know, very what I call it, militant. So I get over the lot. And then but usually chronic. But I don't feel away about it. We're from the same but stuff. But I guess something there that just carries over.
It's funny that you said that, because our listening audience member shout out to Ben. He's saying that he heard the chronic sound. That's why I asked that question. And then for myself, I'm familiar with Peter Tosh, and I know his son, one of his sons. And the funny thing is, you sound just like one of his sons as well. So
yeah, those are the two that I get all the time.
So who are the persons who influence the great music you do?
To be honest with you, well, musically, Bob Marley's top.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But because I am a DJ as well, so I studied like the sound system, like pre the dubplate era. So we're talking about like Black Scorpio sound, Kilimanjaro with Supercat Early P, Creation with Papa San and Dirksman, Stereo One with Stitchy. So I am able to speed rap as well and all these things. So I combine everything together to make my sound.
Nice. I called a few names in there. That's quite interesting as well. Yes, we also had the opportunity where we were listening to the Ruler song, during the commercial break as well. And the Ruler track, tell me about the production and the writing behind that track. That's actually one of my favorite tracks as well.
So Ruler, I wrote it a long time ago actually. I wrote that song in 2018. I had just gotten back from London, and I had, it was February 2018, and I realized that with the whole Black History Month thing, they like Black History Month, like on the TV, they're just pushing like these slavery movies and something, right? Saying that they're this and they're that. So what I recognized that when I was in England was that all of these British people, they walk kind of with like this cocky attitude. Like they don't care about nothing. Like they are British. You know what I mean? I am above you because I am such. They have this attitude. And when I wrote Ruler, I was writing it from a perception of what if we weren't told that we were slaves, and we were told that we had a monarchy, we are kings and queens. How would we carry ourselves in that sense? So that is how I wrote Ruler, to be that voice. Like if someone's supposed to say, I'm a ruler, like I run my world, everything that is for me, I am in control of it. So that is the perspective of how I wrote Ruler.
What I must say as well is that I love the instrumentation on the song.
The production is from a person of mine, named Jordan, Triple B Productions, and Clive Hunt is actually a part of that production as well.
Shout out to Clive Hunt. I haven't seen him in a while, but yes, shout out to Clive Hunt. Awesome.
So the great musicians that play that.
Yes. Well, it is that most recently, 2020, you were awarded the International Vigor Award, and as well, you are a 4-time Juno Award nominee, right? Yeah. And so you were recognized for your achievement in music and culture by the city of Brampton, where you currently reside. What is that feeling like,
Sorry, you said it again, sorry?
What is that experience like, that, being recognized within, your environment for what you have done thus far?
It's a great feeling. We don't really get much recognition for doing reggae music or conscious music. So just to get that recognition, it's almost as if it's proving to me that I'm doing a great job. Because if you leave it to radio or mainstream, they won't ever let you know that you're doing a good job, because like I said, I'm not singing about certain things. I'm not telling no girl that they need to twerk, and I'm not saying that I'm going to run down nobody and shoot them and all these things. And if you tell them the radio, know that never hear.
Exactly.
So to be able to be honored like that, I am the only black musician that has a part named after me in this country. So, and not even Drake now have that, and we know who Drake is. So, for me, that I'm happy about it. I'm blessed.
Love it. Yes. Let me tell you, the audience is really loving your productions as well, and we are always. I'm going to say you're always welcome to come back. You're currently working on an EP or an album for the future. Any date in mind when this can be released, or this will be released?
So I actually have 2 albums that I have completed. So now we're just working on the post-production part of it, which is like the music videos, and I'm picking a release date. And for one of them, I know I just got a collaboration with I'm a Rutafari and Queen and Rika's son. So the executive producer for the album wants to include that on that project, on one of the projects, and the other one we're just really packaging it up to release. So I think we should have one before the summer is over, and then we should have the other one by beginning of winter, end of fall.
Nice. So when you come out with those albums, you please pass through. We could have a longer interview because there's so many questions to ask you. However, we're almost out of time. So to the listening audience who is tapped in right now, I am going to be giving away 10 copies of Ruler. So hit me up. Gifting 10 copies of Ruler. So hit me up and I'm sorry, not Ruler, Signs. I'm going to give 10 copies of Signs. So hit me up and I will make it happen. Kirk, it's short, but it's so relevant in terms of you being here today. I thank you so much for coming through. Any last minute shout outs, and can you share your social media handles with our audience?
All of my social media is at Kirk Diamond, KIRKDIAMOND, and just everybody just walk good and live good, yeah. Blessings.
All right, now before you go, we are going to vibe out with Let It Be Done. What would you like our audience to know about this song before you disappear?
Well, Let It Be Done was a song that I wrote at the beginning of the pandemic when, the TV was showing people dropping down at the bus stop and dying and all this thing, and then the whole world seemed to be in a panic. And I do everything through music. So Let It Be Done was my prayer, and hopefully a word of inspiration to the people of the world that listen to me, that everything will be alright. Just go and do what you're doing and be good, and everything will work out and be alright. So yeah.
It's been a pleasure, Kirk. We are going to vibe out with Let It Be Done. To our listening audience, please hit me up for Signs. We'll be gifting 10 copies today.
For the world to see, 'cause all I want from my people is to be finally free. Yeah. So Jah break every shackle, every chain, and we will never be conquered again. And good must overcome the evil. All of the power to the people, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Let it be. So unhappy, 'cause internally happy don't come from vanity. Don't you see enough kill themselves and don't know poverty? But to know it will tell you it's such a tragedy, dog. We got to see when down in the ghetto them a laugh and them mad. Just a blessings like antenna down a walk. No man can take it off. So more life and prosperity. Feel a let it be done. Oh.
ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for tuning in and vibing with us. And I appreciate you guys just tuning in and sending all your questions, to me. As it pertains to Kirk Diamond, I tell you, we could not do this without you. So we appreciate you tuning in each and every week and keeping your ears to the pulse. Yes, the name of his song is Let It Be Done. And I remind everyone, if you would like, I am gifting 10 copies of Signs. So reach out and let me know if you would like a copy of Signs, and I will be gifting 10 copies. I do believe I have 10 names already, but if you would like I'm gifting more than 10 if you want a little bit more, okay? So reach out to me and let me know if you would like Signs, and I will make it happen. Currently, you're listening to Let It Be Done. Let It Be Done. And we appreciate you coming out and vibing with us today. Blessed love. Oh my. We had quite an experience today. An opportunity to listen to IZZ. Yes, IZZ, I should say. IZZ. He's out of Kingston, Jamaica, and of course it is that. He is actually been an artist under the name Triller Prince. So Triller Prince, IZZ, aka Triller Prince. As well, we were able to vibe to the sounds of JC Labb, the eclectic sounds of JC Labb, as she's wearing various hats within the reggae industry, and she has tapped into various genres, not only reggae and dancehall, but as well Afrobeats. Okay, we love what she brings to the table, so I am going to be looking out for JC Labb as she climbs that ladder. And my oh my, what an accomplishment in just 2 years. Yes. And last but definitely not the least, we were able to vibe with Kirk Diamond. Okay, the talented Kirk Diamond. Ladies and gentlemen, please continue to listen to Kirk Diamond. Yes, across the waves. And as well, you can reach out to each and every artist and let them know just what you think about their interview and what they do as an artist, what they bring to the table. Of course, it is that I'm sure they will value what you guys would have to say about their recordings as well. Okay? So as always, thanks for vibing with us. If you would like to submit to the One and One Music Review Show, we are always accepting submissions. And to be considered, kindly send a brief bio, 1 to 3 MP3, and your social media links to globalmusicreport@gmail.com. Again, that's globalmusicreport@gmail.com. Our capital home is International Stars. Do check us out across the social media platforms. That's INITLSTARZ. For a more intimate approach, I can be located on IG as Infinite Empress. That's INFINITEMPRESS. Okay? Yes, I couldn't do this without you, so I appreciate you tuning in each and every week and checking me out across the waves. Okay, and one more thing, if you're unable to send your your bio and your different things through, you can always check us out as well, where you can use the submit button to send your information in at oneonmusicreview.online. Okay, oneonmusicreview.online. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you guys, and I thank you. Have yourself a blessed rest of day. We are going to vibe out with Praise Him by the talented Mr. Easy.
every day. Because life is the greatest thing. You've got to give it thanks. I see them almost every day, always complaining about the rain. But I know better, so I wouldn't do that. I see them all 9 out of 10. They start complaining again. They need water, cause the sun is too hot. Oh yeah. But dear Father, I thank you for the air I breathe, for the food I eat, for a place to sleep, for my woman's love in my time of need. And for all of these things, I've got to praise Him. Praise Him. Got to praise Him. Yeah. Praise Him. Oh yeah. Some people got it, but they still want more. Some don't know what they're looking for. Some cry without feeling pain. Some of us just love to complain. Some got it and still don't know. Lose your phone for the one below. Knock your head and you go insane. Turn around and give someone the blame. Complaining. 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 But dear Father, I thank you for the air I breathe, for the food I eat, and for a place to sleep, for my woman's love in my time of need. And for all of these things, I've got to praise Him. Yeah. Praise Him. Got to praise Him, Lord. Praise Him. Oh yeah. Some got it and they